Hey folks, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So, this morning we gotta go do a little rescue job here. So Charlie, the hired man, just called Dad. He's spreading manure with the auto car and he said, I'm stuck. So we gotta take the Steiger, the 385 down and pull him out, but it's like 35 degrees out today, and it's been 20 the past couple nights, so we're gonna have to get her started here and let it warm up. That was uneventful, no black smoke. So we'll let her sit here and warm up, and we gotta go find a chain. We'll let this old girl sit here and warm up. I got one other thing to show you, the new service rig. So, pretty cool story about this thing. Picked it up from a neighbor that we rent a bunch of ground from them. Really great people, a couple really good guys. The father slash grandfather's bucket truck that he used to use and whatnot around the place. And I was down there one day and we got a good relationship with those guys and whatnot. Really appreciate them. And I'm like, what are you gonna do with the bucket truck? And they said, well, why, do you want it? I said, yeah, I'd be willing to buy it from you. And they said, tell you what, get it running, get it out of here. We know where it is if we need it, and take it. So that's what I did. Interior is pretty nice. Yep, you can tell it's already on a dairy farm. The bucket works. Bucket works good. I've been using that a little bit here and there. Yeah, this is going to be a great addition. The heat works good. Real nice. It sat down at their farmstead not doing anything for 10 plus years. And then I went down there, threw a battery in it. I had to put a starter on it. The starter that was on, I took it apart, cleaned it up. It was junk. It needed to be replaced. So it's got a 4-speed in it and a Ford 391 V8 gas engine. It's got juice brakes, both of which are unfortunate things to have in a service truck. But the price was right. And it's only got 10,000 miles on it, so everything is still pretty much mint in it. I mean, there's things here and there that aren't the best, but what can you do? So yeah, this is going to be the new farm rig most of the time. I'm going to try less and less to be driving my nice pickup around. And yeah, so there you got it. All right. Got the chain. Let's get this sucker hitched on the back here, and then we'll start heading down the road. I think the heat works very little in this, unfortunately. Help is on the way, dear. Help is on the way. Uh-oh, I found him. I think we're gonna pull him back out of there backwards, maybe. Back out of there, I got a little scared there for a second. It was sucking that truck down into the mud hole, and I really didn't want to pull him forward because that field is muddy anyway, so I didn't want to get further out into the mud. So figured I was scared of that right from the get-go going in there, but we're gonna try a different field down here. Told him I'll wait around and make sure he makes it, and then we can pull him out if we have to. But if he can get around, then he can just keep spreading there. But this farm down here, we got plenty of options, so we'll see what goes on. There goes Charlie Murphy. He was pretty hesitant about going and trying it, but I persuaded him to let's go try it out. So I'll just follow him right over there. And this pretty much this whole farm we combined down here, and I really wanted to do some fall tillage, but I mean we just kind of never got around to it, and I still think we probably could, but may as well get some manure on it first. I know there's some guys around that are doing it, and the winter that we've had so far has been pretty favorable to getting out into the fields that way. They're not frozen, but for spreading manure, it has been a nightmare. So, well, found a little bit of wetness right there. I just saw that. Be nice to get out here and do some tillage on these corn stalks and feed them up some before the spring, before we need to plant into them. So we'll see how that goes. Spreading some dookie, maybe a little. It's going downhill there, so all the manure's running away from the pump, but we'll see how this goes. See if we can keep the truck on top of solid ground. It's really tough with all that weight on that truck with the manure when it's a little bit muddy to be able to get out there and spread. So we'll see how this goes. Well, he's still making it around out there. He's gonna start his pass back up the field, and then he should be just about empty, I imagine. So far, so good. He is crawling right up out of there. So I don't know. I don't know if having all the intact corn stalks on top help or hurt in this here situation, but I think he's going to be able to spread manure in this field today. All right, we're in the next day now. And it is Jesus's day off, so we gotta go pick the pack, because that's one of the things that he does. We got chores all done for the morning. Just still some feeding going on and whatnot. I'll probably push in feed while I'm up here too. One other cool thing I gotta show you guys. Ho ho ho! We're really moving up in the world. We have not ever had remotes for the doors. Well, this is the only motorized garage door on the farm other than the one at the shop, and this is the one that we gotta go in and out of constantly. So yep, I programmed the door opener up there. with some remotes. I got 4 remotes, one for my truck, one for the feed truck, and one for each skid steer. And I figure if Dad wants one for his truck or whatever, we'll have to grab another one. But they're super cheap. I think the door company wanted like $100 or something to do that, and I did it for 20. No, maybe 45. So I did for half the price, about. And so, yeah, pretty easy. One of them things. So just making little improvements all the time is a good thing to do. So let's get this pack picked. It's just the bedded pack where we calve all of the cows. It gets picked like twice a day. When I say picked, I just mean literally walk around with a shovel and pick the manure out of the sand. So easy peasy work. Let's just do it real quick here and get her done. We gotta put a new key switch in this skid steer because the key, you can't really turn it. You have to sit there and mess with it for like a couple minutes and to get it just right to get in and out. And so let's go grab that and fix that real quick while we got a couple minutes. All right, let's get this switched over to the new one. Make sure we get her all hooked back up correctly. So the white one goes up on top, and the red one goes on the right, green goes on the left. Getting her hooked back up now. Get the ignition back on. My hands just get so worn out working on all this little stuff. My fingers are too big to work on these little nuts. All right, yep, and then the green went over here to the accessory. Now we'll make sure that it starts the skid steer here. Well, I gotta be buckled to do that. Yep, and turns on our accessory and looks like we're good. So we'll get this sucker put back in. Let's see if the old key works with the new one. Yep, it does. Okay, looks like we got 2 spare keys for this thing now, because there's I wonder if all the skid steers have the same key. I've never even checked in on that. Maybe it does. Maybe they do. There we go. Okie dokie. Looks like we are all set here. Get her put back together. And we'll be all done.
Hello, Daphne. What are you doing?
Who's a good girl? Huh? Just a happy dog. Just a happy dog. Hey everybody, thanks for watching along the video. Sorry we've been pretty inactive here lately. Life's just busy and just haven't been carrying the camera around catching things for you guys, so sorry about that, but I'm going to try to get back on the bandwagon here. Anyhow, thanks for watching along the video. I hope you all had a good January and February at this point. And remember to like, subscribe, and eat your dairy products, and have a good day. We'll catch you on the next one.